What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing well today. I am joined by Mr. Matt Ragg. Matt, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good, man.
I love it. I love it. So
Feeling,
this was
yeah,
this was quite a task to get the time zones lined up and get on the call here. You know, it's crazy because I'm actually a day behind you right now, and you're
yeah,
already in tomorrow, like which
yeah.
is
This is
kind of wild.
this is the morning over here. You guys are a day behind in the afternoon, right?
Yes, yep. So
Yeah, yeah,
you're in New Zealand, right?
yeah, yeah. Auckland, New Zealand. Yeah,
Auckland. That's awesome, man. Well, yeah, it's like you're starting the day and we're in the afternoon winding down, which is wild. So
yeah,
well,
yeah,
that's great, man. Well, thank you for hopping on and coordinate with me to make this happen. But we're talking strongest man on earth at the Shaw Classic, August 17th and 18th. Everybody is very excited about this contest, and the hype is building for sure. And
mm,
a lot of the talking points are around what you are going to be able to do, right? Because I feel like you've put out videos, some videos, and obviously, like you're very strong, right? So I don't think that that's in question at all. It's just getting on a stage like this. I think it is going to be huge for you, and I'm actually really fascinated to see how you perform. And especially against some of these weights, right? Like the bigger weights. So how are you feeling?
yeah.
How's the prep going? How's the training?
Um, Training's been going good. Um, I think with this show will be a big challenge for me just because of um, I don't think I've had this many. I wouldn't say like weak events, but just events that I'm like really good at, I guess. So sort of just trying to bring up all my weaknesses and iron them all out. And my main goal is to sort of come in and be good at everything and not just one thing. That's my goal anyway. Um, so it's going to plan. I would say right now it would be my squat that I'm trying to bring up.
Okay.
Because it's what 360, 380 for reps, is it?
Yeah, we've got to get it dialed in. So we're doing the final testing and kind of getting it
Oh,
all
okay, yeah.
dialed in. But it's going to be in that range though, in that
Yeah.
range.
Yeah. So I would say that would be the one I'm trying to bring up the most right now.
I really want to talk to you about your deadlift. That's one that I wanted to touch on because I feel like we've kind of jumped into some of the stuff and where it's like, okay, that's maybe a little bit of a question mark, but
Yeah.
I don't think your deadlift is a question mark. I think that's one where
Yeah.
people are excited. I know you were doing a little bit of talking and saying,
Yeah.
that you're coming for that top spot in the deadlift. I mean, you want to elaborate on that a little bit more?
It's I'm really excited for the deadlift. I mean, I've been waiting for years for I think like yourself, like just waiting for a raw
Mm,
deadlift, no suit, just figure sixes and
regular
deadlift bar
straps.
and
That's it.
about like yeah. I mean, I've been waiting for this for years. And I feel like my raw deadlift is on par with my suited. I find it so hard to get anything out of a suit. Um, yeah, I mean, deadlift is going looking real strong. It's probably the strongest it's been all year.
That's awesome.
Um, I would my goal at Shaw would be 1,000 pounds raw.
Awesome.
Um, but then it sort of comes down to what everyone else is doing. And say if I don't need to pull 1,000 pounds, um, it's just a tricky one because I know Thor's going to pull 1,000 or more.
Yep.
So it's like, do I just settle for second or push him for the number one spot?
It'll be, you know what? I'm fascinated, man. And especially with you guys getting to call your own weights, right?
Yeah, I know it's gonna be it. Yeah,
You don't, I mean, this is the thing is I'm hoping you walk out in front of that crowd, that first pull just feels really easy, right? And
yeah,
there's more there. And I know the tendency is build up. That's the first event out of the gate. You get that first deadlift out of the way,
Mm,
and then you can kind of settle in and make your calls. But I mean,
yeah.
let's not. I mean, there's no two ways to cut it. A thousand pounds raw is awesome, right? Like that's awesome. So doing that, it opens the door, certainly opens the door for the conversation of what happens. I mean, how much more is there? And if there's 1,000 pounds,
Yeah.
is there 1,020? Is there 1,010? And if you can
Yeah.
call it, and you don't have to make this next big jump, who knows? And who knows what's happening with the event as well.
Mm, yeah. A lot of mind games will be going into that one.
This is it,
Yeah.
man. I think
Yeah.
that's partly why I'm also excited, is because that's exactly what happens, right? Like
Yeah.
especially when you're calling your own weights, is what do you open with? How big of jump do you make between your lifts? Like there's a lot of strategy
Yeah.
in that one. So, but you saying 1,000 pounds raw is huge, man. I know there's a lot of people that are going to be very excited to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bucket list of mine. I've done it in a suit before, um, which was like out of the blue sort of pull, and then but pulling it raw would be another level. And I sort of wish like strongman went back that way, but
Yep.
it is what it is. Like, yeah, you know how it is.
Yes.
With
Well, I'll tell you what, man. You don't have
yeah,
to. Anytime you come compete here, you won't have to worry about it. Let's just say that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's great. Another one I want to ask you about is the stones, the manhood stones, right? Because
yeah.
I know that's an event that you've got a lot of power on lifting stones. Um, Talk to us about your training with that, what you're expecting for the
Yeah.
manhood stone event.
So the heaviest I've done in training so far is 220.
Wow.
I think it's a 22-inch stone, so it's a little bit bigger than a what's the standard? 21-inch is standard, is it?
These all of the stones will be 21 inch. Yep. So
Oh, okay, cool.
if you're
Yeah.
doing a 220, so that's 484 pounds for everybody. So we have all the math right for everybody listening. But
Yeah.
at a
Yeah.
22-inch stone is much harder. It doesn't sound like a lot, but
Yeah,
bigger
I know.
diameter stone. So that's good, man. What's the heaviest stone that you have ever lifted?
That one, that's we don't have any heavy stones here. I did ask around if anyone's got any, but I don't think we have a heavier stone here in New Zealand. Um
So that's the
yeah, I
heaviest
know there's
yeah.
so
That's the heaviest stone that you have access to, and that's the
yeah,
heaviest one you've done.
yeah,
How did it feel?
yeah.
How did it feel?
Um it, easy. Like I mean,
That's awesome.
yeah, I mean it's 220. It's just for a single. I mean, um yeah. I know it's gonna feel a bit different when it does get a bit heavier, and I do want to try to expose myself to just how heavy, like a heavier stone. I know it's like a 2 hour flight to like Brisbane or whatever, but about 3 hours. But I know they have like a 260, 280 over there. So we will see, but I did want to go over there for like the weekend and just to feel something heavy, but I'll see if I can get it planned out. Yeah.
That's great, man. I mean, if you're throwing the 220 up at 22 inches, I know that you've got a lot of power. Is there a goal, like, is it more the like, say, like the 250, the 550 pound stone? Like, is that something that you would want to lift in the contest? Is that kind of what your goal is then?
Yeah, 100% I would want that 250. Is it so the jumps 220, 250,
So it'll be
270?
yeah, so 450, which is like 204, 205, and
Oh,
then
okay, yeah.
the 500, so like 227, I believe, in kilos. And then you go up to the 250, and then it's a
Yeah.
272 is a
Oh, okay.
600 pound. So I mean
Yeah,
that would be
250 would be
wild
the
too,
one.
man. That would be wild too. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that. Here's the thing: is everybody listening to this? I feel like you're coming across and you're soft spoken and you're like, yeah, that'd be good. This would be good. I know there's an animal inside there, man. There's an animal when it's time to compete, and we're gonna
Yeah,
see the
yeah,
animal come out. I know that. I know
yeah,
that.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. 250 would be good, but I mean, it's hard because you can't drop down, eh? Like, say if I was to fail the 270, you can't drop back down to 250,
You
or
100% can. 100%. Yes.
oh, you can. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Oh,
you
true.
get your time limit and you can do whatever you want. So if you try the 272, it doesn't go, you drop back to the 250. No problem.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So this
That
way, if you want to walk out there and attempt something heavier, you don't get
yeah,
penalized for it really, other than missing if you do miss. But this way, you can warm up good, walk out there, give your best attempt on the heaviest one that you want to,
true.
or or you can
Oh,
start it and go lighter, and then if
that's
it feels really good, you can bump up. So
oh
this
yeah, yeah. That's
strategy will
exciting.
come into play.
Yeah. Now yeah, ooh, yeah, 270 sounds good.
It does sound good. I
Yeah,
see. Here's the thing. That
yeah.
smile came out, man. That smile came out. I see that
Yeah,
smile. Everybody's going to see that smile. That's a 272 smile is what that is. That's awesome, man. I love
yeah.
it. I love it. Well, overall expectations. I mean, with how everything's going, coming in, like what finish would make you happy? Like, I mean, overall, like I feel like you're a guy that's right on the cusp of being talked about in that top echelon. This is a stage, the heaviest weights that you'll have lifted, like it's all right here for you against the top dogs in the sport.
Mm.
For you, what are you looking at? Like if you want to share that, like where would you be happy?
Um, Honestly, with the level of the athletes that are competing, I would be happy with top five.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'll be happy with top five, but I mean, I'm going there. I want a podium, and like that's the goal. Always going into every comp is to bring back a trophy or
That's it. That's it.
um like top three in the world. That'd be huge. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Well, I think that especially once you start knocking on that door, with the way the contest is set up with 8 events, 16 points possible per event, there's a lot of
mm,
points that
mm,
can fly around. So
yeah,
the awesome part is even if you have an event that doesn't go as well, you can 100% rebound and come back. And again, it's in my opinion, it's the right way to test the athletes in strongman is you have more events, big weights, and more competitors, and then you end up
yeah,
with truly the strongest winning, and that's at the end of the day, that's what we want. So
yeah,
I like I said, man, I have from the sideline watched your training and prep, and I think that you're obviously a very humble guy, coming in and whatever. But I'm excited. I'm very excited to see that animal come out, and for you to
thank you.
be knocking on that door, man, is going to be huge. That's a huge statement, and I know a lot of people want to see that happen for you, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I watch this show every year, so to finally be here is going to be huge, and I've always wanted to represent my country at bigger competitions every year. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
It's going to be awesome, man. Going to be awesome, and then you got to compete hard, and then you got to stay the day after, and we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Have some fun with you
Yeah.
guys too. So
Yeah.
it'll be
Good
great.
fun. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, I will let you get to your day. I hope training goes good. I hope everything kind of falls into place that you want it to as you build up here. And we will see you in Colorado in a couple weeks, man.
Yeah, man. Excited.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, give Matt some love in the comments. And if you want any more information on the contest, come in here, the live stream, no matter where you're located in the world. All of that, you can click on the link below the video. You can get that. You can support the contest, support the guys, help us to increase the prize money, which is what we truly want to do. So I wish you all the best, brother, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. See
All
you
right,
in
man.
Colorado.
Take care. I love it. I love it. Sounds great.